American official war artists have been part of the American military since 1917. Artists are unlike the objective camera lens, which records only a single instant and no more. The war artist captures instantaneous action and conflates earlier moments of the same scene within one compelling image. History. In World War I, 8 artists commissioned as captains in the U.S. Corps of Engineers. These men were sent to Europe to record the activities of the American Expeditionary Forces. In 1941, the Navy Combat Art Program was founded in order to ensure that competent artists would be present at the scene of history-making events. 8 active duty artists developed a record of all phases of World War II, and all major naval operations have been depicted by Navy artists. During the Korean War, the program was revived with 2 military artists in combat contexts. Since then, artists have been sent to other combat zones, including the Persian Gulf. The U.S. Army War Art Unit was established in late 1942, and by the spring of 1943, 42 artists were selected. In May 1943, Congress withdrew funding. The unit was inactivated. The Army's Vietnam Combat Art Program was started in 1966. Teams of soldier artists created pictorial accounts and interpretations for the annals of Army military history. These teams of 5 soldier artists typically spend 60 days of temporary duty in Vietnam embedded with various units. The U.S. Army Center of Military History currently includes an Army art collection with about 40 representative war artists. In 1992, the Army Staff Artist Program was attached to the United States Army Center of Military History. Army artists are a permanent part of the Museum Division's Collections branch. There are significant differences in the artwork created by the branches of the U.S. military. Scope. Military art and the work of American military artists includes both peacetime and wartime. For example, USMC combat artist Kristopher battles deployed with American forces in Haiti to provide humanitarian relief as part of Operation Unified Response, after the disastrous earthquake in 2010. Select artists. World War I. William James Aylward, Walter Jag Duncan, Harvey Thomas Dunn, Caribbean Marines, George Matthews Harding, Wallace Morgan, Ernest Clifford Pissarro, John Singer Sargent, J. Andre Smith, Harry Everett Townsend, Army, Claggett Wilson Army, World War II. Sidney Simon, 1917–1997. Standish Backus, 1910–1989, McClelland Barclay, 1891–1942, George Biddle, 1885–1973, Franklin Boggs, 1914–2009, Aaron Borod, 1907–1992, Howard Brody, 1915–2010, Manuel Bromberg, 1917, Jack Coggins, 1914–2006, John Stuart Gurry, 1897–1946. For information about his war art, see his artwork page. Olin Dowse, 1904–1981. Edward Dugmore, 1915–1996. William Franklin Draper, 1912–2003. Nathan Glick, 1912. Mitchell Jameson, 1915–1976. Joe Jones, 1909–1963. Yasuo Kuniyoshi, 1893–1953. Ludwig MacDarian, John McDermott, 1919–1977. John Cullen Murphy, 1919–2004. Albert K. Murray, 1906–1992. Henry Varnum Poor, 1887–1970. Dwight Shepler, 1905 to 1974. Mitchell Saiforan, 1910 to 1976. Taro Yashima, Vietnam era. Soldier artist participants in the U.S. Army Vietnam Combat Artists Program Cat I, the 15th of August, the 15th of December 1966. Roger A. Blum, Robert C. Knight, Ronald E. Pepin, Paul Rickett, Felix R. Sanchez, John O. Well, and Supervisor Frank M. Sherman. Cat II, the 15th of October 1966, the 15th of February 1967. Augustin G. Acuna, Alexander A. Bogdanovich, Theodore E. Drendel, David M. Lavender, Gary W. Porter, and Supervisor Carolyn M. O'Brien. Cat III, the 16th of February to the 17th of June 1967. Michael R. Crook, Dennis O. McGee, Robert T. Myers, Kenneth J. Scowcroft, Stephen H. Sheldon, and Supervisor C. Bruce Miser. Cat IV, the 15th of August, the 31st of December 1967. Samuel East Alexander, Daniel T. Lopez, Birdle Moody, James R. Pollock, Ronald A. Wilson, and Technical Supervisor Frank M. Thomas. Cat V, the 1st of November 1967, the 15th of March 1968. Warren West Buchanan, Philip V. Garner, Philip W. Jones, Don R. Scholl, John R. Strong, and Technical Supervisor Frank M. Thomas. Cat V, the 1st of February to the 15th of June 1968. Robert T. Coleman, David N. Farrington, John D. Kurtz IV, Kenneth T. McDaniel, Michael P. Parler. Cat 7, the 15th of August, the 31st of December 1968. Brian H. Clark, William E. Flaherty Jr., William C. Harrington, Barry W. Johnston, Stephen H. Randall, and Supervisor Fitzalan N. Yao. Cat 8, the 1st of February to the 15th of June 1969. Edward J. Bowen, James R. Drake, Roman Rakowski, Victory V. Reynolds, Thomas B. Schubert, and Supervisor Fred B. Engel. Cat IX, the 1st of September 1969, the 14th of January 1970. David East Graves, James S. Hardy, William R. Hoetels, Bruce N. Rigby, Craig L. Stewart, and Supervisor Edward C. Williams. Recent conflicts: Kristopher Battles, Henry Casselli, Michael D. Fay.